Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows.
All right, and this is the first episode of the Chachi And The Ghost podcast. So, do you want to know why I called it Chachi And The Ghost podcast?
Yeah, so we'll let you know.
So, by the way, this is our first guest. We got Alex. Do you want to say your last name? Or, no, let's keep it at Alex.
We'll just keep it at Alex.
All right, so...
Personal basis.
So, you know Laurel. Basically, he had this premise for this show called the Chachi And The Ghost podcast. Mm-hmm. So... Laurel had this idea where it was just like 60s sitcom, whereas like it had like a little tune, it was like Chachi and the Ghost, and the ghost was this just literally a ghost, but he was like a douche ghost. So he'd Chachi would walk in and he's like, "Ghost, what's this stuff on the floor?" Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Oh, sorry, bro, it's my ectoplasm. My girlfriend was here last night." And Chachi would be like, "Ghost! Chachi and the Ghost." So pretty much...
I'll give it 4 seasons.
Yeah, so it was... No, I give it like the pilot episode.
The pilot. So
it was meant to be a TV show idea. Mm-hmm. But then... we're turning it into a podcast. But the ghost, being Laurel, is not here, so it's now Chachi and the guest, I guess. So yeah, man, this is for everyone listening out there, this is super informal. It's if you take anything from this podcast or learn anything, it was totally by accident. We're just gonna pretty much shoot pretty much shoot the shit, and whatever comes out of it, great. If it's gold, if it's nothing, then it's nothing. It's just us talking about whatever. Yeah. So one thing that I wanted to talk to you about, we were kind of discussing, well, not discussing, but we kind of mentioned the whole Baltimore riots thing. What do you think about all that, man?
Again, I'm not as well informed as other people, but I guess my opinion on the Baltimore...
Well, first of all, do you know why they're rioting, or why they say they're rioting?
Go ahead and explain that point. Why are they rioting?
So, I think his name's Freddie Gray. I think is the name of the kid. He was like in his 20s, possibly 25. Probably should look that up. But, yeah, he got arrested. I don't remember what the charge was. It wasn't something too crazy. But he got arrested, and he died in the hospital from, I guess he had something as far, with his spinal cord.
Oh, yeah, it's a back.
So he died from that. And the cops said that, nothing was, nothing happened to him. But witnesses are saying that they beat him up, and just threw him in the back of the cop truck, and didn't, put a seatbelt on him or anything like that. That's what the witnesses are saying. So, yeah, he died in the hospital, man, and now...
And the witness, did they say anything about him resisting arrest?
If they did, I haven't seen anything like that. I guess I'm a bit more... I don't know. I haven't seen all the details on it. Yeah, just trying to be open-minded about it, because, he could have been resisting. Or they could have been... I know 7 cops have been suspended with pay for it, so I don't know. That could be a...
Oh, yeah, they're definitely trying to take the safe route about it.
Right.
Get them off the...
But what do you think about the riots? Do you think... obviously, I don't know if there's anyone who honestly feels like that's the right way to do things. I'm sure there are.
Some people, I believe. But
yeah.
Definitely not me, and I don't think you. Do you believe in rioting as nothing... That just brings us back to the Dark Ages.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that when they start rioting, it's a way for them to... I think the people that are actually rioting, because a lot of people say, you don't see the thousands of people that are peacefully protesting. And I agree. And you also don't see the hundreds of thousands of cops every day that do something good for the community.
Exactly.
That's it doesn't get that stuff doesn't get enough media. It always is just about the bad. It's always about the bad cops on and it's always about the bad people that are looting and rioting.
Exactly. That's what the news is focusing on right now. It just seems incorrect, really.
What makes me sick, man? What makes me sick is that they're doing it to their own city, man.
Oh,
they're like,
that is
we're gonna riot. We're gonna make a change. I'm like, how?
You just brought the property value of your place down the drain.
You're shitting where you sleep.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're doing. Like, why are you doing that? Like, to me, it's just an agenda for them to steal and loot.
You're absolutely right. I feel like that there are peaceful protesters there protesting for the right cause, and then there's these. Again, what I've heard was it was more of the youth. It was younger age people just giving themselves a reason just to steal shit, break shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
And what has like, I saw a few comments on Facebook or social media, whatever it may be, and some people are like, well, what else can we do? Peace never brings anything. I'm like, really? How about Martin Luther King?
He was all about peace. Gandhi.
Yeah, I saw this one video that, I don't know if you saw it, but it was this guy from the army, and man, he said everything that he said was just so on point and so well. He was well spoken and well said, and he was a black army guy, but just such a, you could tell, an intelligent guy, and he was just saying. He made an analogy, and I said, man, it's such a great analogy. He said the real problem is the black on black crime. He goes, there is so much more black on black crime than there is cops, so much more than than white cops killing black kids. He said, it would be like you have a headache and then you have cancer. And you're more worried about the headache than you are the cancer. And I was like, man, that's such a great analogy. In this world, there's a lot of stupid analogies that are always made, but that was such a good analogy. And he was just like, as far as like the leaders, Al Sharpton, those guys, which I cannot stand that guy. That guy seems like he's just there for the money and just there for the profit, and because he's like, oh, there's a riot, I got to be there, He
does have a political agenda, doesn't he?
I feel like he does. Yeah, I don't know enough about the guy to like say what it is, but it seems like he's always there when there's those high profile. He's not there. He's not. I don't know what he does for a living. Like, I don't even know. Reverend Al Sharpton. He was a reverend.
Yeah.
It's just, when you look back to Martin Luther King and what he was trying to do, it doesn't seem like Al Sharpton and those kind of leaders have the same. Jesse Jackson. Was it Jesse Jackson? Yeah, I think it's Jesse Jackson. They don't have the same agenda that, say, like a Martin Luther King did.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't believe the just cause of their reason to being there in the first place is as the same as Martin Luther King. He was fighting for, equal rights all through the board. And I just don't believe they have the same situation. They don't have the same, the fire to start with in the first place. Yeah.
And if history proves anything, is that when has a riot ever changed anything?
It only brings things down.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't help anything. And even when, I don't know if you heard about it, but it was the movement a while back. The lives. Black Lives Matter or something like that. It was like a hashtag Black Lives Matter, and they were doing as they were protesting on the highways. You remember that?
No, I don't.
It was a couple of months ago, and they were protesting on the highways, and they had their hands up. It was the kid that got shot that supposedly has hands up, and the cop shot him. Which turns out, when he was acquitted of all of that because. A lot of the witnesses said that wasn't the case. When they really brought the witnesses that saw what happened, they're like, yeah, no, that's not what happened, But anyways, they were protesting in the highways, man. Protesting in the highways, shutting down traffic, and with their hands up and not moving and saying, hands up, and they wouldn't move off the highways, man. And I'm like, people, get this, people were trying, like ambulances were trying to go. People died on the way to the hospital. A black guy died. So you're saying Black Lives Matter? or whatever the case is, and then a black guy died or a white guy, whoever died, just lives matter,
They're preventing the flow of commerce and whatnot.
Yeah, and it's weird, man. There's this new age of like, it's this new age. Have you heard of white privilege?
I think that was long ago, and I don't think that exists anymore.
well, it's coming back again. No,
I think it's called money privilege. I think people are always basing things on race. The only color that matters is green. Mm-hmm. And if you have a lot of it, then by all means do whatever you've got. I just hate when they say it's all the white people or the Asians. Yeah, I worked 3 jobs, and the last 2 jobs I had were Middle Easterns. You see, they don't have any issues. They're not conflicted about anything. And today we were just discussing about how they're protesting all these things. I mean, look at the Asian community. They just have a Chinatown in every major city in the United States, but you don't see them causing a fuss. I mean, we imprisoned them during World War II. They're not constantly bringing up, and I'm not basing that off of slavery or anything.
And it's not to say. I mean, if you look at the grand scheme of things, people are like, slavery is so far away. I mean,
it wasn't.
Kind of, but kind of not. Yeah, it was.
If you look at it's
about 150 years ago.
Yeah.
That's like 3 generations. That is.
Oh my God. Exactly.
That is not a long time ago. Yeah. So, to that point, absolutely, but I don't think it's okay to.
But it just goes back to that black on black crime. It just doesn't. It just seems like it's the youth festering an idea, and they keep on feeding it.
Yeah.
Like they just keep on feeding that idea, and the writing and everything, they think that's cool. They think that's fun. Oh, let's go, let's take this advantage of this ordeal and let's, go steal stuff. But again, I can't base it off of all the black population. I can only say...
Oh, absolutely not. And like I said, I'm sure there's thousands of them that are protesting peacefully, and that's the way to do it. Or make a stand on the state capitol on the grass. Go where they make the laws and stand in front of those doors and say, we're not leaving.
Right.
We're not leaving until y'all make a change.
Government officials.
Yeah. That's where you're gonna make it. You're not gonna make a change by rioting. You're just making it worse. And then people are like, oh well, the police are starting to look like a militarized army. I'm like, well, what do you expect? You're throwing,
you're putting the city itself in almost a martial law.
Yeah, it's bad. And what I was saying about the white privilege was what they're calling that now is that exactly. That basically it's kind of like saying I have white privilege, and like I'm not racist, but I have white privilege, so I don't understand what it's like to feel racism, or I'm trying to
degraded in a sense, and
right. I don't know how it feels. I have that white privilege to where I feel like and I think that there's a final. It's kind of true. I don't know what it's like to go into a store and be looked at, and I'm sure a lot of African Americans do have to deal with that, and that sucks, man. Like,
what are you talking about? Are you not Hispanic somewhat?
Sure. No, absolutely. But what I'm saying is, as opposed to, say, a black guy that he feels that he's being looked upon because he's black and he's in the store, and all of us, like, he's automatically being stereotyped as someone that might steal, as opposed to a guy like you or me. And that does happen, unfortunately.
Oh, but that happens to
sure
all
it does.
Races.
But let's be honest. I'm sure that happens a lot to black guys. Like
what about Middle Eastern people? You don't think every time they get on a plane, they're not going to feel the same?
Oh, sure. Every time they're getting on a plane, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's all the way around.
But
how does it feel when a black person or a Middle Eastern person or a Hispanic guy looks at a white guy and think he has everything in the world, and really his life is shit?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you. What I'm saying is, there is something to be said about that. Yeah. That I'm not gonna say, well, it's 2015 and everyone has changed and it's not like that anymore. I'm sure they do have to deal with some type of prejudice.
Right. Tons of
ignorance. But yeah. I think it's gonna die off. I honestly do. I think racism, just like back in the Roman days, it was okay to have a sex slave or a child sex slave. That was okay.
Yeah, that was
like that. It was
open to be gay.
It was currency.
And everything like that.
It was currency to do that, and no, that's not like that no longer. Which is thank God. But
going back to it, isn't it? Not the slave part, but being open about You know?
about being gay? Yeah. Then that's good, and that's good. But what I'm saying, I was talking on like the child side of things, like like
the children.
Yeah.
We're definitely
definitely not going back
I'm
to
not
that ever
supporting
again.
anything
Yeah,
child slavery.
Neither am I. But what I'm saying is, I think it's gonna be a small blip. The whole racism thing. I think it's dying off, man. I think those generations, and you'll always have the douchebags. You'll always have a couple of douchebags. But time after time, like generation after, I say in 100 years, there's not going to be any racism, man. I think.
Oh, no, I completely understand. Yeah, I agree.
I think it's just a small blip on human evolution. And once we evolve enough to where we can say, wait, why do I hate this guy? Because he's a different like, what are you talking about?
No, hate the guy for some more legitimate reasons.
Yeah. There's just douchebags.
If you want to hate, there's plenty of other reasons to hate other than just color.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's and I saw this one this army veteran that was down there in the riots, and he was like, it's not about blacks, it's not about whites, it's about Americans. We're Americans. And I'm like, yes. Like, we have to, like, coexist with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you burning buildings of... And you're burning buildings of you. You're burning you down. Like, those guys aren't rich. Yeah. Those guys are white guys, black guys, whatever. They're small business owners, and you're just burning down their place, man. Like, you're... The whole... Like, so why are you out there? Because y'all matter, but then
you think you're making a change,
but then you're burning down your own neighbors. Like, it makes no sense. It's crazy. I think something needs to.
I almost feel like it's pure stupidity.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man, absolutely. But this day and age is crazy, man. With cameras and everything's being recorded now, and I'm glad about that. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad about that because, like, the one cop that shot. I don't know if you saw the video, but he shot the guy that was running away.
Oh yeah,
I remember see that,
and then he tried to.
Like frame, put like the taser gun by him. Like, no, see that guy needs to go to jail forever. That's cold-blooded murder.
That's why that video was only showed once, and there was no talk about it ever again. He fucked up, really.
He did. Yeah.
There was no need to riot or protest about that. It was open shut case.
Right.
No big deal. And there's things like that they're so persistent about. Like, there's like one false thing. They don't even know the full story, and yet they're already out there on the streets.
Yeah.
Trying to justify a cause.
Yeah. There's one thing that is really annoys me about people on Facebook, social media, is people's opinion in general is they have an opinion before they know all the facts. You know, like, that's what they did with the Trayvon Martin case. That's what they did with the Ferguson case, which was the guy attacked him in his cop car. You know, the facts came out that he did that. There was a struggle, and once there's a struggle like that, you can't do that to a cop, man.
There are certain rules and regulations
that
we all were taught as children, and that respect the cop. He has a duty. If he pulls you over, don't give him any hassle. It's like, I mean, if you're in the wrong, there are legal ways to,
get out of the situation.
Oh yeah, protest that.
Or protest it, in court. And not just that. To me, it's like, what people don't understand is cops are scared too. Like, they're scared too. Like, they're walking up to you. They're coming to your car. They have no idea who you are. Dude, their job is so stressful. Like, think of how stressful their job is, man. Every day, all day, they're meeting people that just hate their guts. Don't want. Who wants to see a cop, right? Domestic violence. Oh, here come the cops. Parking. A ticket for speeding. Oh God, here we go. I'm on my way to work. What happened? Just always getting attitude. Like, you just have to understand. Like, they're scared too. They're probably as scared as much as you are. Don't give them reason to be scared. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Let them know. Oh, you need my ID. Okay, it's in my console. I'm gonna grab it. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you have a concealed handgun license, let them know. You're gonna get shit cops. You're gonna get asshole cops every once in a while. Oh, yeah. Everyone is. Just so you're gonna get shit. They're people. You know what I mean? Like, just
they have certain emotions from one day to the next.
Yeah, absolutely.
His wife might have divorced him because he works too long hours on the job. I mean, he's gonna take it on you by giving you a fucking ticket.
Yeah. Asshole.
Yeah, I mean, but again, when you were speeding, you did break the law that we all voted for, or you voted for the government positions that voted for that into the office. And if you don't like the speed limit, talk to your local. Yeah, by all means. And of course, that might not get through because there are safety reasons why our speed limits are this way. But I mean, if you're going to break it, if you're going to have drugs in your car, if you're going to put yourself in a situation where when they do pull you over, they have all reasons and intentions to. I mean, if you're gonna break a crime, by all means, put all the effort into making sure not to get caught. If you're gonna drive drunk, by all means, drive the speed limit. Don't be reckless and endangering other people's lives. That's the reason why you get pulled over. That's the reason why they're on your tail. All right, I've never gotten pulled over for not doing anything.
Yeah.
I haven't done any crimes, and guess what? I haven't seen one cop my whole time, except for the one cop in my class that was asking for people to, join the police force in Dallas. But I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be.
You're absolutely right, and I feel the same way. But let's interestingly enough, let's go back to for a quick second the whole white privilege thing. See, I'm the same way. I've never been stopped for something that I've never done. My friend our friend Ghost.
Right.
I don't know if I told you about this, but he told me a story that he was with his uncle and his two cousins, and they were driving to drop his uncle off. And he said they weren't doing a thing. They weren't speeding, nothing like that.
I think that's the white privilege thing that I was discussing at the moment. Like, from my standpoint and my existence, I've never been in that situation.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's where the whole white privilege thing is. It's like they were harassing them and checking them and searching them and trying to find something. And Ghost was like, hey, man, we're just trying to get to where we're going. And the cops were like, whatever, and just kind of being assholes with them. But I've had my encounter with an asshole cop before too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's hard to really say, man, if they're stereotyping someone, they're just being assholes. Whatever the case is, it's hard to pinpoint that. But
because they fit a certain
criteria. Yeah, exactly.
They were driving on the highway, right?
No, probably like through a street, like say Commerce or something like that. And
you're telling me they got pulled over and got
for no reason, yeah. And look, that happens. See, I guess you're like, wow, that happened.
That shouldn't happen.
But it shouldn't happen, right?
Yeah.
But it does. That's the white privilege that people talk about that we don't understand.
Laura looks white. I mean, Ghost. Sorry. I mean,
no,
he's see-through.
It's his name. Yes, he's definitely transparent.
Yeah.
Well, look, let's lighten the mood up a little bit. I got some shorter questions.
Oh yeah.
I haven't really seen them myself because I wanted to keep the intrigue going and read them right away. So, all right. If you could have any pet, it says, if you could have any pet, what would you have? Like any pet in the world.
In the world.
What am I?
I'm gonna
shark.
A shark. All right. If you can have it, you're saying like with the tank, the food, the trainer.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the shark, bro.
Shark. All right.
Right?
It's cool. No, what kind of shark though? You gotta.
Oh man, specific. I'm thinking like
Pacific or
I'm thinking great white.
The great white. Where the hell are you gonna put that?
Dude, if I can buy any pet I want, it's because I have a bomb-ass mansion, and I can buy whatever I want.
I would actually put that in my swimming pool and swim in it at the same time.
Oh, wow. Swimming, just roll the dice?
Well, if it's a friendly... If I can have that kind of pet, it'll be a friendly great white shark.
A friendly great white shark.
You'll be chill about it.
Chachi and the Shark. We're going to make a new sitcom, Chachi.
And it's Chachi and the Ghost, and the reason why he became a ghost in the first place.
Yeah, it's because of this fucking shark that wasn't friendly before.
Oh, yeah. I guess if I could have any pet in the world, I would say a fruit bat.
A what?
A fruit bat.
A fruit bat?
Yeah, a fruit bat.
What's a fruit bat? Like a gay bat.
A
gay bat?
He's a twink. What is it called again?
A twink. A gay bat. Yeah. I'm just imagining like Christian Bale in the Batman suit. Like, hey guys. Yeah, doing some crime.
That is definitely a fruit bat.
That is definitely a fruit bat, man.
I think it's also known as a fox bat. They eat fruits. Their faces look
so you could pick any pet in the world, and you're telling me you want a bat
that looks like a fox.
That looks like a fox that eats fruit.
And it's considered.
Dude, my shark would fuck your bat up.
If you can get out of the fucking water.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
That's true.
But again, yeah. It's just one of those animals.
Fruit bat, alright.
There's no other exotic animals that I would care for.
No, there's not really. I went to the zoo like maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. No, it was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And I went with like I was working with the YMCA and the kid, I went with the kids, And all I could think was, man, I don't want to see shit that I can't be killed by. Like, if the animal can't kill me, don't want to see it.
Don't want to see it.
Nope. Anteater, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Where's the fucking
the bears
gorillas?
And
yeah, where's the
tigers?
bears and lions?
Yeah.
That's all I want to see.
Something that could fuck you up.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was funny, man. Let's see. Next Twitter question.
I mean, that bat could give me Ebola.
The fruit backing. So you want?
No, it's some certain type of bat, but I don't think it's that specific one. But
no, let me get this straight. You could have any bat in the world you want, and you want a fruit bat that has a face of a fox that can give you Ebola.
No, I'm just saying you were thinking about animals that can't kill you. Well, here's one animal, and an armadillo. It carries a black plague on its shell.
Really? An armadillo?
They don't have to have sharp teeth or anything like that to kill you. They can just fucking kill you.
Dude, fuck armadillos, man.
Was it armadillos? I think it was armadillos that carried a certain type of strand on their shells or something.
Really?
If you cut yourself on it, you can probably get that.
I ran over an armadillo once.
Are you serious?
Accidentally, man.
Yeah, it better be an accident.
I wasn't like, fuck this armadillo. I saw it, but I saw it too late. And I was like, oh no! You know that feeling where you're like, I don't want to run over this?
And then you feel
like
that,
like that time you ran over that one guy? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, can we like...
can we edit this? No, I'm kidding. We're joking, by the way.
Oh no, but if anybody hasn't seen that stupid driver in a Mustang hitting a deer, please check that out.
Please check that.
Yeah.
No!
So dramatic, man.
So dramatic. Started screaming like a 9-year-old woman.
Fucking deers, let me tell you.
Fucking deer, man. Fucking bullshit. Asshole deer.
Yeah, what an asshole.
What was? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was far too late and. Boom, boom! You just like feel the two bumps of the armadillo, and I'm just like, oh god! It may have been a porcupine, but I feel like I would have flattened my tire if it was a porcupine.
Oh yeah, you would have looked at your tires and see some sort of nails or.
Yeah, no, I think it was an armadillo.
Oh okay.
Yeah, it was gross. It was gross. Have you ever met a celebrity? Another Twitter question we got here.
Oh, you.
Have you?
Like in person, like in any situation other than like I was watching a basketball game and I saw all the basketball players.
No,
I have to meet them. I have to shake their hand, right? Means I had to be.
Let's go with just seen in person. Seen in person. Not like I was at a basketball game and I watched.
Well, I mean, if I went to Comic-Con, there's people in the booth.
Who'd you meet?
The wrestling girls. I forgot their name. And then the
Bella
Hulk.
Twins.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. And yeah.
When was this, you son of a bitch?
I was actually surprised by my ex-girlfriend. She took me there. I was like, we were downtown, and I was walking down there, and I almost felt like I was in Austin because all the people were just dressed in like funny clothes, and I was like, wow, I never thought downtown during the day was gonna be this awesome
and then, weird.
Yeah, and it's like we're getting closer and closer to that, and then I was just like, I stopped and I just looked at her. It's like, did you just take me to Comic-Con? And she's like, yeah, surprise. And I was like, holy crap! I didn't find out until I got there that she took me to Comic-Con.
Wow.
But yeah, again, that's how I meet most of my famous people. I never really, personally.
So your ex-girlfriend took you to meet the Bella Twins. Hey, real quick, do you have her number? Or?
Well, yeah,
we were 10 when we went. So,
10.
42.
40.
Me, I've met a couple of celebrities actually. They're mostly wrestlers though. I met Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Nice.
It was funny because it was on a Monday because it was Monday Night Raw that night, and he was in town signing autographs at remember the Joe and Harry Coliseum?
Oh yeah.
Yes, or I think that's what it is.
The
Freeman Coliseum.
Yeah. Oh, the old one, right?
Yeah, right. The old one, the one right next to AT&T Center. So he was there signing autographs, and me and my cousin. Oh man, I had to have been 10. And my dad let me and my cousin play hooky because my dad was a huge wrestling fan too, right? So,
cool.
So he picks up me and my little cousin, and we go. And we're standing in line, and the guy at the gate screams, most unorganized way, right? He's like, next 200 gets a signed autograph. Everyone else gets the paper copy.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone just stampedes to the front.
That's causing trouble.
My dad's like, let's go, guys. And we're running, right? And my cousin just bites it on the concrete floor, dude. Boom. He's like, I don't know, 8. I must have been like 12. And he was like 8. And my dad, he starts crying, man. My dad picks him up, throws him over the shoulder. And I never stopped running. We were just running, dude. And we were like, 192 or something like that, the number. So we were like almost gonna miss it.
Yeah.
So we got in there, and for those of you who are listening and don't know this, which you probably should, if not, for sure lose my number. But my dad looks a lot like Stone Cold. Even back then, he looked even more like him because he was younger. And so Stone Cold's doing this thing where he's signing the autographs, but he's trying to sign them as fast as he can because it's getting close to the show time in a couple of hours. So he's signing it, shaking your hand, sliding off.
Slap on the ass.
Slap on the ass and get out of here. He's not even really looking up. And on a side note, in wrestling they call it you're a title holder. You're the world heavyweight champion. I remember I grabbed his belt was right there, and I grabbed it and I held it, and I always had it like I was a title holder. Anyways, he was just kind of doing that number where he wasn't really looking up. He was just signing, shaking hands, and on to the next one. So, my dad goes, my dad gets the autograph, my cousin does, and then I do. I'm the third one, and while I'm getting it, dude, and I shake his hand. His hand's huge, right? Mm-hmm. You know, my hand's big, but I was 12.
Oh, 12.
But his hand's huge. My dad goes, "Hey, Steve," and he goes, and Steve looks up at my dad and double takes and looks at him again like, "What the fuck? Do I got a stunt double?" And my dad goes, "You gonna be there tonight?" And Soko goes, "Oh hell yeah, son!" And I'm just like, "Oh, this is the best ever!" Like, just my dad and Stoko fucking shooting the shit together. Not really shooting the shit, but just like, "Oh hell yeah, son!"
The exchange of words. But yeah, double take of your dad.
Yeah, it was priceless, man.
Damn.
It was great. It was great. We used to always go to those wrestling shows all the time. I met The Rock.
In person?
Yeah, in person. When he was in wrestling too. I don't think I got up to get an autograph, but he was like maybe 10 feet away. He was like on the microphone. He was at like Gunford or Mitsubishi signing autographs under a tent.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, before he was like Dwayne Johnson, movie star, Fast and Furious. He was just a wrestler back then, but he was awesome, man. I've seen Shawn Michaels from afar. You know who that is? Heartbreak Kid. He's also a wrestler.
Oh no, I haven't heard that one. The name, but probably if I see it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that was a fun Twitter question.
I don't know anybody I'm that famous.
God. Have gay guys ever hit on you?
All the time. Especially this one time I went to the bottom.
Oh, no way. At the bottom they hit on you? Wow.
Oh, I know. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, right? Surprise. Well, for those of you who don't know, the bottom is one of the straightest clubs in San Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
By straight, I mean extremely gay.
I don't know. I wouldn't say extremely gay. It was a good mixed crowd.
Okay.
Of course, there was a lot of gay guys.
Okay. You like it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
How'd you feel?
I went there.
How long did it take you to not get
I went there with
when you left, how long did it take you to like get your hard on off? Like
hard on off?
Hard off. Was it hard to get your heart off?
No, it was actually pretty easy to get your heart off.
Yeah. No, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. I went there with my ex-girlfriend at that time.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm not going there looking for cock. All right. No cock fights. All right. So, I went there. And we went there to visit my friend I met in my aviation class. His name was Fabian, so that's a name drop. Every time you go there, just be like, "Oh, I heard your name drop."
Fabian is such a gay-sounding name.
Oh, but he's so straight, like.
Oh, damn! And he went to the bottom.
Oh, he was a bartender at the bottom.
Oh, and he was straight.
He's completely straight. Cool. I swear to God.
Cool. First.
I don't know how many times I hung out with the guy and like. Girls left and right leaving his place. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's a great cover.
That's a cover for sure.
And he's been living a lie.
For sure, Fabian's
living a lie his whole time.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean he's working at the bottom, so don't know how much of a lie he's doing.
Yeah. He most of his work is downtown.
Okay.
I wouldn't say Cherry Street or anything like that. I'm just joking. So we went down there to see him, and then of course this is my first time in a gay club, and so I went up to the bar and I was like, "Whose dick do I have to suck to get a drink around here?"
Did you really say that?
Yes.
Okay.
I shouted that out, and. Of course, my girlfriend had to like grab me. He's like, "Hey," and then I would never forget. Fabian was serving us drinks. He works on the out of the patio bar, and his partner behind the bar was like, wait, who's this guy's name? Like he was all like all surprised, and he really wanted. He's like, no. He had to push his gay bartender away. He's like, no, he's not gay. He's not gay.
Fabian said that about you.
No. Fabian's bartending buddy. I don't know what they're called.
Right.
Yeah. There's just,
No, yeah, but his buddy wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, no. Like he was like, after I said that, he was like, wait, what's his name? I want to know his name. And then
Fabian was like,
yeah. He got right between the two and was like, no, go back.
He's all mine.
Yeah, it's like he's straight as hell. Don't even worry about that. It's just cool. It's just cool to see like get that kind of attention. Now I know how it feels to be a hot girl. Like, I would almost sense that if I want to get free drinks, I go to the bottom, but then I might get ass raped.
Yeah.
And now I know how it feels to be a
Free
girl.
drinks, ass rape.
Yeah. So is that what girls have to deal with most of the time when they go to the bar? It's like
I don't think
free
so.
drinks, but you got to take the risk of ass rape. I think so. I think that's how every girl feels like when they go to the bar.
Really?
That's why they always go in groups. They never go alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if ass rape is one of their worries.
Oh, well, it's rape in general.
It's probably getting like, yeah.
Yeah, or like being hit on way too many times and just losing like just.
I don't see how that's a bad thing. Getting hit on so many times.
It depends on
I hate this.
It depends on who's hitting on you, and we all
like
know
I've had big
douchebags.
girls hit on me. I'm like, all right. I mean, not like all right. I want I want something to come of this, but like, yeah.
But I mean, don't they like overstay a few times? It's like, hey, it's like some people just don't know when to leave.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
And again, that's for the other podcasts.
Yeah, I got to be self-aware on that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. To piggyback off your story,
Mm-hmm.
oddly enough, I have been to the bottom once.
Gay.
Gay club. I got.
Yeah, you blew the guy. I remember you telling me that story.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for
so
sure,
did
I've
you
never
like
blown a guy. No, didn't like it. It's like that old joke. Remember, we used to go. What was it? Where you go? Do your parents know you're gay? Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember.
You'd be like, no.
There's no
like,
right
oh,
way.
your parents don't know you're gay. Ha ha ha. But I went
Classic,
and
classic.
I don't know. Just one guy was just like he ran his hand on the down my back, and like mid back I was like, whoa, whoa, bro. And I didn't get mad because I'm at a gay club. I mean, it'd be stupid for me to be like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
I was with a friend of mine. I liked her at the time, but we were just friends. He looked at me like I looked that way. He looked at me like did the little gun in the wink.
Oh,
And I was like, oh,
damn,
man,
dude,
no,
that's-
thank you, man.
and it's like one.
Thank you, though.
You're gay. I mean, that's that's already.
He wanted a bear. That's what he wanted.
He wanted that bear,
He
right?
wanted that bear, man. Oh, man. All right, last Twitter question. Or, let's see. What would you buy with $1 billion, but you only have 10 seconds to answer? Go.
No, you first.
Okay, you count and I'll go.
Okay,
go.
1 Mississippi, 2
helicopter,
Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4
a
Mississippi,
Caribbean, like
5
a
Mississippi,
island,
6 Mississippi,
a new car, houses all down the street to for provide for my family and friends. How was that? 10?
10 billion?
That probably wasn't even $10 million, right? That's probably like $20 million.
Yeah, and then you got to pay for it to keep up with all the houses and stuff.
Let's see. I bought houses. Let's say I bought 20
Helicopter.
houses, each at say 300,000 each.
On
That's
average,
500.
yeah.
That's about was 5 million, something like that.
Well, running up the check up to
It's
5.
right up there. And then I bought a helicopter, which is a good. I don't even know.
No, they run about like almost a good cost, like 200.
200,000.
Yeah.
And then I bought an island on
Unless you
the
want a private
Caribbean.
jet, and then you gotta have it's just when you buy a helicopter, you also have to buy where you're gonna store it. You gotta buy the hangar, and then you gotta buy the license, and then you gotta keep up the maintenance.
Yeah.
And all those houses. That's what I'm saying. Like when
I obviously was nowhere close to 10 billion though.
10 billion. No,
That's
but
a lot.
But the thing is that 10 billion is definitely gonna sustain all of that for quite a while. So your private island and whatnot.
I wouldn't say quite. I'd probably say my lifetime and 8 more lifetimes.
Yeah, and honestly, that's true.
What about you?
All
10
right.
seconds.
Go.
1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi.
House, plane,
5
hangers,
Mississippi.
a building,
6
all invested in the
Mississippi.
stocks and
7
securities.
Mississippi. He's gonna lose it all in stocks. 8 Mississippi.
Well, I'm still gonna put it in there.
5 Mississippi.
I'll start my own business.
10 Mississippi.
There you
Oh
go.
wow, you're at like $5,000, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm already doing half of that, and I already have half of that.
How is the stocks going? You want to talk about that at all?
I mean, is this a business podcast?
No, hey, it's a whatever podcast, man.
Then whatever I say, don't listen to me, or you're going to lose a lot of money.
Are you liking it though? You're enjoying just reading up about it and all that, right?
I fucking love it, dude. I fucking love it. It's just something that I would never think that I would be this consistent or persistent about any idea in my life other than when I got into the stock market.
Really?
I read about it every single bloody day of my life now.
Yeah.
Like I wake up, I grab I don't grab coffee.
I grabbed some
some tea, some tea bags.
some coffee. Like what? Oh, coffee.
Of course. You gotta stop going to the bottom.
That's good, man. It's good that you're into it. That's good, dude. Did you see the trailer for the Batman versus Superman?
It looks interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you, more of a Batman guy or a Superman guy?
You know, I'm thinking they're gonna give it to Batman though.
Yeah?
Because everybody is going to believe Superman can kick Batman's ass. But until Batman gets the kryptonite...
Well, you know, Batman versus Superman, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to have to, like, kick each other's ass.
Well, is it versus? Because...
It is versus, but, you know, like, Lex Luthor's in it. So, some crazy crap can go on where...
Yeah, Lex Luthor is probably going to mind control Superman in some sense, and then Batman has to fight it. I mean, I've seen some of the comics, and yeah. I think they're still going to follow that same line as...
oh, really?
Yeah, like anytime Batman and Superman are the one, they're working together, or two, they're trying to kick each other's ass.
Yeah.
And every single time, Batman has the ace up in the sleeve, because in the I don't know if it was into the animated series or the comic books, but Superman entrusted Batman with kryptonite.
Ooh.
He has the only last known existing kryptonite on planet Earth, and every time he pulls it out, fucking Superman becomes a bitch.
Damn.
Yeah. So at any time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who do you like better though?
Who do I like better? Of course, Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, I know a lot of Superman people.
Yeah, no, I'm a Batman guy.
The Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I like the fox or the fruit bat.
Fucking fruit bat. The fruit basket. You're like, oh, I just want a fruit basket. I don't even want a pet.
Man, I seriously didn't think I was gonna come here and then already put myself up as being homosexual. Everything I said, it sounds homosexual. It's just like,
I want a fruit bat while I'm in the bottom.
Yeah, and I drink coffee.
Jam into some coffee.
I've only been there, what? I've been to the bottom at least just twice in my life.
Okay, well, yeah. That only makes you half gay.
Only half
I'm
gay.
kidding. By the way, we love the gays.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them.
We have nothing wrong. We are not totally left or totally right. What? Do you consider yourself liberal or conservative, or do you not like the whole left and right? I personally...
we can put it up into a category. We can generalize some of my ideas, and mostly you would put me at it as a libertarian.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, some of my ideals are left and some of my ideals are right. But mostly, generally, I'm pointing libertarian. So whatever the voting comes up to. I mean, I voted for Ron Paul, and let me tell you, what a waste of a vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say libertarian, because I'm a little ignorant to so you just more liberal ideas.
It's not a waste of a vote. They do have, like, if they make a certain amount of votes, that next running, they actually get money for it. So there's always that door is like, so yeah, go ahead and vote for them if you want them to win the next election.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, as far as views go, like, let's say gun control, let's say, you know, abortion, let's say gay rights and things like that. You're more left, you're more pro. See,
I'm pro-choice all the way. Gun control, everything. Pro. Yeah, if you want to carry a gun, if you want to, hey, just go through the proper procedures and have yourself a gun. Yeah. But, you know, if they're...
See, because yeah, that's kind of how I am. I don't like to put myself in one or the other because I'm pro conservative on some things and I'm pro liberal on some things. Like, I'm all for gay rights, man. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think they should be able to get married. Exactly. I think it's stupid that people are worried about who's marrying who. I think it's dumb. You know me. I don't really smoke at all. I mean, I'm not just saying that because it's on the podcast. I mean, you can attest for that. I don't smoke weed, nothing like that. But
Alex contest that.
But I'm not. Smoke, I'm for getting it legalized. it's something where it's gonna be interesting. I don't know as far as look at Colorado. I don't know if you did you see on 420, they posted a Twitter the police department of Colorado, Denver, and they were like, hey guys, be safe out there, and enjoy your night. Just make sure you're safe. Blah blah blah. Happy 420. I'm like, wow, like look at them. They're super happy. That's what happens when you let a whole bunch of people just smoke weed. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't do it. But I don't see. I don't see what's wrong, but I can see how there should be some limitations.
Yeah,
like I don't want to walk around with my kid in downtown and someone's smoking a joint right next to him.
Yeah, health wise, and honestly, I mean, if I did have a kid, I wouldn't even mind them smoking in front of my kid, because people smoke cigarettes all the fucking time. It would almost fall into the same category.
Well, it would bother me for cigarettes too, though.
Oh yeah. So I mean, blowing into my kid's face, but if I'm in a public area where he's allowed to smoke. I mean, that's my fault for bringing my kid there in the first place.
Sure.
I mean, there's public areas.
It's a fine line.
Yeah. I mean, I won't bring him to 6th Street or anything like that if that's what you're discussing. But if I'm on 6th Street and we're just a bunch of youthful assholes, then by all means, let's light up anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, to me, it seems the same sense. Like, there was a question, though, my government teacher brought up. He's just like, when does the law take an effect? And I say, it's like, let him smoke his weed, and if he chooses to drive under the influence of marijuana, that would be his choice. But when he damages private property or kills somebody, then the law takes it into their hands.
So kind of like alcohol.
Oh yeah, well yeah, alcohol too. It's like we know.
No, but I'm saying like the same rules should apply as alcohol.
Yes.
Like if you can to your own discretion at your house the moment you leave and are under the influence. That's your deal.
You're using public roadways. You're not the only one that exists right there at that moment. Even whatever narcotic you're taking makes you feel like you're the only one that exists.
Yeah.
But that's the case for me. Yeah. And I believe you have the same point of view, correct?
Yeah. For the most part. Yeah, but like I said, I have certain conservative views too, as far as like say, gun control. I mean, I think you should be able to carry a gun. I think you should be able to choose what kind of gun you have. I think you should be able to choose how much bullets you have. They want to limit certain things, and I think,
do you not? Well, I mean, do you find it needed to have a fully automatic assault rifle?
I don't.
Zombies attack, yes, and
zombies attack.
Yeah.
I don't see. To me, man, I see it like this. A gun is like a tool. Mm-hmm. It's like a screwdriver. It's and that's how it should be treated. Mm-hmm. You should. It's like that saying goes, man. You should rather have it and
not need it
than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about if they need automatics or whatever the case is. Mm-hmm.
Again, you're absolutely right. I mean, if you can get it illegally, you can get an automatic illegally anywhere. So why prevent people that are taking the correct route?
Yeah.
Not be able to get out.
Yeah, that's just my thing. But I do also think that there should be some kind of with everything limitations with everything, man. Like they should do background tests and legit ones, man.
Yes.
They should. And, you want to buy a gun? Okay, well we got to interview. Who do you live with? Okay, you can live with it. Okay. Let's interview them and see what they have to say about you. I think there should be a whole bit. Yeah, you have to take crazy tests for cars. You got to pass this test. You got to take a written test, and then you got to do the actual test. Like you should have to do that with the gun
absolutely.
too.
But I would it come into the question of paying for those tests?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh man, everything in this world you have to like fucking spend money just to like. Get a gun, get a license. I'm already paying for that, and then I still have to pay for the background test. They're gonna put that. Like it always comes down. If you want a gun, they're gonna make you pay for it.
Sure.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, even if you're gonna get it illegally, you're still gonna either pay for it, maybe cheaper. Sure. But I don't know. It always comes down to that money that you have to pay. Yeah.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Well, let's do some fight talk, man.
Most people are discussing is the Pacquiao Mayweather.
Yeah. Yeah, are you gonna watch that?
I was hoping to watch it here.
Who do you got on it?
Pacquiao.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, when is he gonna
Because you want him to win?
Yeah, when is he gonna be running for president for Philippines?
Yeah, I'd vote for him. The guy seems like an honest, good guy.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, honest, good guys don't win in boxing.
I don't know if it's true then.
I think if I had to put my money down, it'd be on Mayweather. I want Pacquiao to win.
But you really think Mayweather's gonna take it?
Oh yeah.
Who do you think is in better shape right now?
I think Mayweather's just a better fighter. He's
They already fought a few times, right?
No, they've never fought.
Never fought.
This is the first fight.
I thought they fought something, or was that the other guy?
No, I think you think of Juan Marquez. I think we talked about that a while back. But anyways, no, they've never fought. I think Mayweather is going to pull it out. He just fights for points. He doesn't really fight to fight. He doesn't bring the fight. He just fights Mayweather.
Oh, Mayweather. He plays the game.
He plays the game, yeah, and it just works in his favor. Punch, 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 punch. You know, just
keep up the defense.
Yeah, jab, 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 hook. That he's just playing for points. You know.
Mm-hmm. And what about Pacquiao though? What do you believe?
Pacquiao's good. But he's more. You know, he's been knocked out once, and getting knocked out, man, takes a toll on you. You know, and not just that. He the reason why he got knocked out is because he's a little more lucid. He's a little more. It brings the fight to you, and that's one of the drawbacks of fighting like that is you can get knocked out.
You put yourself, you
put yourself in that position, and if you put yourself in that position with Mayweather, it's gonna be a long night if he does for Pacquiao. So I hope he doesn't. I hope he fights smart. I really want Pacquiao to win, but
I mean he could change his game a tad. I mean it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. But Mayweather. If I had to put money, it'd be Mayweather. But yeah, man, the UFC, I don't know if you heard about it, John Jones, he's the light heavyweight champion. He got busted, he got in a hit and run, and they stripped him of his title.
Is that the one where they hit the pregnant lady?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they stripped him of his title.
He said he grabbed a huge wad of cash and just left.
Just ran off, yeah.
And they got him?
Yeah, he turned himself in.
Oh, he had to.
Yeah, but they stripped him of his title. He's had some other offenses. He got caught.
It was a DWI too?
No, he was clean, but I mean he was gone for 30 hours, so who knows? He could have been drunk, or he could have been. They found a pipe with weed in it, but he came back clean. But he was gone for 30 hours. He ran off, so who knows? But yeah, the UFC decided that they wanted to.
Well, he is going to get sued. Now, is he going to do time?
We don't know yet. He may do time. I read he may do time. Yeah. So, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. That situation, accident. It's still a motor.
Yeah, it's an accident. But the thing is, he's had a couple of. So back in like 2012, he had to kind of give you a timeline. He had a 2012 DWI, and then in 2013, he got popped for cocaine.
Okay, so he's ready. He's got a dirty record.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't get arrested, but he got popped in like the drug testing, and then now his hit and run. So Dana White just tripped him.
He's making all the wrong mistakes. He's
a
great fighter, and he wants to throw it all away by getting drunk and driving. Yeah, is he not rich enough to pay?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, just have someone drive for you, man.
Seriously, dude,
it's ridiculous. I don't know what they're thinking.
I would love somebody to drive me places. I don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah. Well, man, I think that wraps up the podcast. How do you feel? I think that was good. I think it was
pretty good for the episode one.
For episode one, Chachi and the Guest. Do you have any last words or anything to sign off on?
Always, if I could leave, diversify and
just kidding.
Yeah, diversify. That's all I can say.
Awesome. All right. Well, that concludes the first episode of Chachi and the Ghost. We're gonna try to do this every week. Like I said, it's kind of gonna be like this. As the shows go on, it'll be a little bit better quality. We'll kind of get used to it, and quality all around. We're talking the audio. We're talking
about DVDs. We're talking
T-shirts,
CDs.
We're talking koozies.
We're talking about being on the iStore.
Yeah, no, but we're definitely gonna have better quality as far as what we talk about, and we just want to. This is kind of the premise of it, though. Just kind of shooting shit with your boys and seeing what comes of it. So, all right, this is episode 1, Chachi and the Ghost. We're out.
Peace.
Chachi and the Ghost was brought to you not in front of a live studio audience.